Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sounds of 505. Welcome to the channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're a lovely subscriber. Today, me, Scott, and Jason will be reviewing the next Rolling Stones album in their discography. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to finishing this thing off. Anyway, today it's going to be A Bigger Bang. This is their third last album in their discography. This is the last album of the 90s. I think it's the 90s or the 2000s. Hopefully
I
I'm right.
think this was '05.
Yeah, 2005, I think. Yeah,
Beginning of the album of their 2000. This is a 2005 album. We're in the next century.
which is crazy. Yeah,
I know.
2000s. Wow.
Now we're thinking about like this is like they've been doing music for almost 50 years now since 1964.
This came out the
Yeah,
same year as "Fix You" by Coldplay.
Wow.
really.
Yeah,
Really,
if you want to know the music timeline.
Yeah, yeah.
what a timeline to be making music. Oh,
For
anyway,
40 plus years. Wow.
yeah, crazy, right? But Jason and Scott, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good. Got the weekend off, so
That's awesome to hear.
Doing pretty good. I'm ready to get these last few reviews over for this, so we can get this
yeah.
series done with it. But I don't even remember when did we do England's Newest Cover Band? That was like way. I was at my first apartment when we did that review. I've had two other apartments, and I've moved three times
Yeah.
since then.
Oh wow.
We recorded the review. We're close to the year anniversary of the album date. Of the 1 year anniversary. Actually, no, 2 year anniversary.
It's been like 2 years probably.
Oh wow, January 9th, 2024. So this series has been ongoing for 2 years.
Well, it's a lot of albums. Yeah, to get through.
Yeah,
Not only that, but we took big breaks in between, and
Oh
obviously,
yeah. Yeah.
as you know, Jacob is no longer doing reviews with us.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna be reviewing A Bigger Bang. What are our brief thoughts on the album before we begin?
Yeah, of course I'm on here because this is actually one of my favorite Rolling Stones albums, if you can call it that. When I did my rankings of the Rolling Stones I did a deep dive a while ago, and I was pleasantly surprised by this album. You wouldn't expect much out of. I mean, obviously their peak period is that late '60s, early '70s period, or whatever, or into the '70s. So you're thinking this 40 years later, whatever, since they began, like they're way out of their. They're getting old. They're way out of their peak. I don't know. I thought this actually was kind of one of their better albums, but I'm probably alone on that one.
I famously hated the last album. I thought it was terrible. I said it was their worst album they'd made. This one is a bit better. It's a step up. Still not my favorite, but definitely a lot better than that last one.
I've said this before once, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. This is my second to least favorite. I'm not even gonna say least. This is the second worst Rolling Stone album for me. And we're not even at the worst one yet, which is the next one. Yeah, this is where the Rolling Stones for me really go downhill. Uh, I really didn't like Bridges to Babylon. I really don't like this album, and the next album's awful too. Which we'll get into that. Thank God they saved their career with Hackney Diamonds because they just kept going bad, worse and worse and
Yeah,
worse. Thank good. I really hope the next one's their last one. Please say it's the last album. I'm begging them. Please have
yeah,
that be your last album. End
yeah,
on a good note. Don't end on a bad note.
yeah.
Please, begging you. Anyways, that should be enough of me telling you what my thoughts on this album is. Anyways, first song of the album. By the way, the order is Jason, Scott, and me. Jason, kick off with the first song of the album, "Rough Justice."
Yeah, I thought this was a really good song to start the album. very rocking. I think it kind of sets the tone for the album. I think it's a really rocking album. A lot of good rock songs here, and this is one of the better ones, or best ones on here. Yeah, guitar playing is excellent. I love the fast pacedness of it. I thought the guitar solo was really good. So yeah, I really enjoy the sound here.
I thought this was a pretty good way to open up the record. It still sounds a lot like those songs that they've been doing on the last records. It's like, oh yeah, this is just kind of them by the numbers. Like it's all right, but I'm not going to remember it whenever I'm done. This is one of the songs I like better on the album, but still, there wasn't really a lot to differentiate it from a lot of the other songs I've heard by them recently.
Sorry, Jason. I do not care for this song at all.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be most of this album. I'm not crazy about. There is one. There's a couple songs I do like though.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. It just I don't know. I'm not a fan of this style of music. It's just them. It just sounds like they're a shell of what they used to be. Like they're trying to rock out like they used to. Like they're trying to like have that peak of like this late '60s, early '70s. Beggars, Let It Bleed, Sticky Fingers, Exile. They're trying to recapture that, but it just unlike Some Girls and Tattoo You, where they do that really, really well. I think it falls short on this album. We follow that up with "Let Me Down Slow."
Yeah, another really good song on the album. I think mostly I just love the chorus. It's super catchy. There's this. I'm trying if I remember. It was like baby, let me slow. I don't know. I'm not doing it right, but there's just the way he sang that one part. I don't know. It was like super catchy, kind of a cool melody overall. So yeah, it's another I thought really good song.
I think I like the ballads on this album better than I do the rocking songs. I feel like they work
Interesting.
better. I feel like that's more what the Rolling Stones, 50 years on, like should sound like. Like them doing the rockers, the up tempo rockers, or like Nick said, almost like them as a parody version of themselves. This song actually stood out a lot more than the first song. I actually kind of like this one.
I don't mind this song. I don't dislike it as much as I do the first song. It still isn't one of those songs I would put in my rotation. Yeah, I'm sure even though Jason likes the song, I'm sure it wouldn't be on any of his playlists, like Rolling Stone playlists either. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But it's just a song where it's like, okay, this is fine, this is okay. But let's face it, never go back to the song. It's just kind of there. Again, sorry, Jason. Um, it's okay. It's not nothing bad, but nothing like great either. I can see why you like it though. It kind of has a catchiness to it, but it just doesn't. I don't know. Again, it just sounds like they're trying so hard to be the Rolling Stones, of what they used to be. But and that might just be me. Anyways, that's the next song. It won't take long.
Yeah, another song I really liked on the album. I thought they had a really nice guitar riff to it. Anyway, another good rocking song, good fast pace. I'm really enjoying these first three, to be honest. Like, it's a good start to the album. The album, I don't want to say it gets worse, but it definitely starts to go downhill. But those first three songs, I think that's what makes me like the album. Is just a really good start to the album with these three.
I did not like this one. This was another half baked rocker that just sounded like them trying to come up with something that sounds kind of like their old sound and failing at it. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I have to agree with Scott on this one. I'm not too big on this one either. Again, I don't dislike it as much as the first song. I don't know why. I just really do not like that first song. But I don't know. It's just I'm not crazy about this song. Again, I get why you like it, Jason, because it has the recipes of what I like in a Rolling Stones song, like rock, like good
Yeah.
vibes. It just sounds like something. It just sounds like they're trying too hard to recapture what made them a really good rock band, in my opinion. You know me, I'm a big Rolling Stone guy. You ask me, even though it's oranges and apples, Rolling Stones or Beatles, I'm probably still gonna go with Rolling Stones. But This just doesn't like. Even when Paul McCartney went later as a career, he's not trying to like recapture what made the Beatles or Wings so good. He always tried doing something different, and that's the difference between later McCartney and later Rolling Stones is that the Rolling Stones they just tried too hard to be old Rolling Stones. Meanwhile, the Paul McCartney, which in my opinion, if you ask me Paul McCartney solo or Rolling Stones, I'd give you Paul McCartney solo any day of the week. I love Paul McCartney solo. I'm sure Jason knows this. I've been saying that so many times, but
Hmm.
if I love Paul McCartney because he doesn't try to be someone he's not. He's like, you know what? I'm Paul McCartney. I'm one of the best songwriters of all time. I'm going to try doing something different, and that's what separates him and the Rolling Stones later in their careers. But I'm keep going. I'm going on a rant about Paul McCartney, but yeah, I'm not crazy about this song. It's just there.
The Stones haven't really tried anything new since Some Girls.
Exactly. I think
when
that's
they
a good
when
way.
they dabbled in disco with Miss You.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paul McCartney, even in his old age, like I think forgetting it's like something pie or whatever, flaming pie or whatever.
Hmm.
Way late as a career, like you're thinking like he's way past his prime. He's still trying new things, and it's an awesome album.
It's a
you know,
great album. Yeah.
I, it's so underrated. But again, going back to Paul McCartney, he's an example of what an older artist should do. Try something different, even if it doesn't work. At least you're doing something different. Don't give me an album that sounds like you're trying to be something different. Just don't release any music. Then we already have really great old albums. Again, going on a rant, but yeah. Anyway, you follow that up with Streets of Love.
Is there Rainfall Down? Is that a
Yeah, you're right. Rain fall down. My bad. Sorry.
okay? Yeah, I didn't like this song as much. It definitely was kind of compared to the first three, definitely a step down. And I think it's just the guitars weren't as rocking like the first three. It felt like it was more on Mick Jagger to carry the song vocally, and I'm not a big fan of his vocals to be honest. And so I don't know, something about the song, it just didn't like the style, didn't like his vocals. Anyways, it's not one of the worst songs on here. It's just wasn't as good. I think it's the first three.
I actually liked this one a little bit better. I thought the guitars were pretty interesting. It kind of like a funky sounding guitar riff on there. Still like not a top tier song for the Stones, but it was a lot better than Rough Justice, if you ask me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with Jason. I didn't like this song. I really didn't like this song. I think this is one of the worst songs on the album. It's song just I'm not feeling this one. I'm not feeling this one at all. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this one. I just didn't care for it. I subconsciously wanted to skip it. That's why I mistakenly went to the next song. I wasn't purposely skipping it. It was probably just one of those things where it's like
Yeah, yeah.
go to the next song. But anyway, now let's go to the next song, Streets of Love.
Just Love. I thought this was a pretty decent song. It's a little bit slower than the other rocking songs. I kind of like the rocking songs a little more maybe than the slower ones. And maybe that's just because I don't know, Mick Jagger's voice works better when it's faster pace. Uh, but I like that it picks up in the chorus, and at the end, I feel like as the song went, it picked up a little more. So I like that it got a little faster, got a little harder. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty good song overall.
We got another ballad, and I like this one. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. I think there's like some piano on this one too that I liked. One of the better tracks here.
I'm gonna go 3 for 3. I like this song. Uh,
Okay.
wow, I didn't think we were all gonna agree on this song, but yeah, I like this song. This was a solid Rolling Stones song. I was enjoying the vibe of it. I had nothing but love for this song. It's not a song that I'll go back to, or it's a song that I'll go. This is the best song on the album for me, in my opinion. It's good, especially considering that I really hate this album. But yeah, I thought this was a good song. I think This is what the Rolling Stones should have been doing, like Scott was saying. This is not them trying to do not them trying to do this like, oh, look at us, we're old school from the '60s. Let's try to do this nostalgia thing. Never works. Didn't work on this album, but I digress. We got to the next song of the album, "Back of My Hand."
Well, you can guess this is my least favorite song on here. It's super bluesy. Most bluesy song on the album by far. I hated the song. It was just blues. I didn't like it at all.
For me, this sounded like really, really old school Rolling Stones, like 12 by 5. Even some of the covers on Out of Our Heads type Rolling Stones, and I like it for kind of its throwback nature there. I know we were just talking about we don't like it whenever they're trying to sound like themselves a long time ago, but this felt more like an homage to their older stuff. I'm not going to say this is a fantastic song, but I at least enjoyed it for its just reminding me of some of their older, like really older stuff.
Awesome. I didn't care for this one either. I'm with Jason. I mean, the
Yeah.
bluesy stuff worked when they were younger because I don't know, it worked for them. They managed to. I like their bluesy stuff. I mean, I could tell you for sure I'm the biggest fan of the bluesy stuff from the early period. But yeah, I'm not a fan of what they're doing right now. It's just at least when they're doing bluesy stuff in their early career, they're like stuff like "Down Home Girl." Like they make it interesting for me. Like "Down Home Girl," like it's bluesy, but they make it catchy in a way. This is just them doing blues. It's just blues. I like blues when they add a little bit of like pizzazz to it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like the "Sleeping on the Sidewalk" by Queen. They add a little pizzazz to the blues. It's not just straight blues, like just straight on blues. I'm not a fan of that kind of blues. I like blues rock where they add something to it, where it's there's something going for it. Yeah, I I I do like the blues stuff, but yeah, this song is awful, and the next album there's a whole lot of this on the next album.
Maybe it's because Brian Jones isn't with them anymore.
Yeah, they
He was
well
kind of the.
even with "Tattoo You," there's a "Black Limousine." That's a bluesy
Uh,
song, and I
yeah.
love that song. I love "Black Limousine," but I
Oh, and
don't
Faraway Eyes on Some Girls was kind of like country blues.
exactly. So they have no excuse, of why this one's awful. But yeah, that's my opinion. Next song on the album, "She Saw Me Coming."
Okay, let's be interesting because I really, really like this song. This was to me the catchiest song on the album. I really like the guitar playing, but what got me is just this was the song I sang to and got in my head the most because it's just there's this it's pretty repetitive, but yet I don't know. I like the she saw him coming or she saw me coming, and then bum 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 bum. She saw me coming. So they kept repeating that she saw me coming, and by the end of the song, I was singing along to it. I was like, she saw me coming. Like I was really like singing to it and going, yeah, this is much more catchier than a lot of stuff that they've done. Like we talked about, a lot of their albums been kind of bad lately, and then uh, yeah, I don't know. I know I might be alone on it, but man, I really like this song.
This was my least favorite song on the
Yeah, yeah,
album. I did not like this song. I thought the hook was terrible and
yeah,
cringy.
yeah, yeah,
They just say that hook over and over
yeah,
and
yeah,
over again. I got real tired of it by the end.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jason. I'm so sorry. I did not like this song. I I did not care for this one. It's just
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't care for this one. It's not the worst song on the album, but it's not one of the best songs either. But anyways, let's get to the middle of the album. Biggest mistake. Biggest mistake is making this a 16-song album.
16 songs.
16.
Yeah, there's 16 songs on this album.
Oh, I only have 12 on my list.
Oh, maybe it's like a. Hold on, let me check. Um, mm, mm, Rolling Stones. Maybe it's like a bonus good edition or
Oh,
whatever.
I got 16.
I got
You
16
did.
as well.
Okay.
I'm guessing Laugh I Nearly Died was the last one for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. There's four more songs after that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that sucks. Anyway, uh, yeah, 8 songs on the album. Biggest mistake.
I really like the song. I thought it had a really nice melody to it. And again, I really like the chorus. The chorus I thought was super catchy. Yeah, these were two really good songs right in a row, actually. Right in the middle here of the album.
This one went into my ear. It circled through my brain and then it left and didn't leave any kind of a mark.
It's middle of the road. It's not terrible, but it's not awful either. It's just there. Um, we get to the next song in the album. The place is empty.
Well, this I'm guessing was like Keith Richards or something singing. It was not Mick Jagger, and I thought it was pretty terrible. The vocals, and I'm not even a big fan of Mick Jagger, but I like at least Mick Jagger. I don't know. He has a sound. He has something that you go, yeah, that's Mick Jagger, and that's to me the Rolling Stones is Mick Jagger. I mean, as far as vocals go. So yeah, this is definitely one of the worst songs I heard on the album.
We're now getting to the part of the album that's just really bad. This song is not good. And the next like two or three songs, the lyrics get really cringy too. It's not just that the songs are bad. Some of the lyrics on this song are super cringy. Um, Keith Richards is starting to sound like Bob Dylan on the Christmas album on this song, and not in a good way at all. It was. This one was painful to get through.
This is awful. This is the worst song on the album. I hated this song.
Yeah.
This is why I think this is the worst Rolling Stones album. It takes it goes from like a mediocre to like not that good album to like just straight up garbage. Yeah. Okay, we get to the next song on the album. Oh no, not you again. That's what I say when I listen to this album. Oh no, not this album again.
Hmm. I don't know why I only listened to 12 songs. I'm confused.
That sucks. Maybe it's a Spotify issue.
What did I? How did I miss the other four?
That sucks.
Hmm. Did I just? I don't know. Maybe I was listening to the album and I just quit at 12 for some reason.
Maybe. I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
Well, me and Scott will review the last four, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But yeah, oh no, not you again.
Yeah. This song is just okay. I don't really have a lot. I didn't really write anything down. I have to admit, I was getting a little towards the end of the album. It was getting a little. All right, let's get through this album. Even though I like parts of this album a lot, I think I don't know. It was okay.
This is another one of my least favorite songs on this album. Um, this one is just annoying. I did not like it. I did not like the hook. Oh no, not you again. And the cringy lyrics continue on this song. That picture I took of the cringy lyrics about, we'll just say the line about the Jello is from this song. I was like,
Uh,
did they? I was like, did they really do that? I mean, like that like back in the day, the Stones would do these edgy lyrics that like where it's like, oh, we're being super edgy. This is just cringy.
Not only that, but they're old at this point.
Yeah, yeah, and like they had a very similar line on the last song. Like these dudes have been making music for 50 years now. Like you're not young and edgy. You're old. Like stop doing that. It's cringy.
I couldn't agree more with you, Scott. This song is awful. Another song that is could be the worst song on the album. It's not good at all. I hated this song. As Scott sometimes would say, next. um,
I would say.
Dangerous, Dangerous Beauty is the next song.
Yeah, again, I thought it was okay. It wasn't one of the better songs on the album, but again, I feel like I was listening to this late at night, and I kind of just forgot what these songs were. I just remember just going, that's okay.
This is another one that I do not remember.
This song is just so unmemorably bored and annoying. I don't like it. Okay, for Jason, this will be his last song. Laugh, I Nearly Died.
Yeah, again, it was not. Again, it was just okay. I thought it was a little too slow at times, um, but I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit of a weak ending to what I thought was the album. I guess at this point, and probably hurt the score a little bit. But yeah,
This is kind of a half-baked ballad. It was not very interesting. What the Streets of Love was so much more interesting. Streets of Love is everything this song wants to be. This was it's just okay.
It's an okay ballad. It's just middle of the road for me. That's kind of how I feel. Okay, let's get to the 13th song, Scott. Sweet Neon Con. I don't really care.
This song is crap. This song is absolute crap. The way that he inflects some of the words is just annoying, and I don't even remember much about it other than that I was annoyed listening to this song.
I agree with you, Scott. This song is awful. It's dragging, and I think it's awful. Continue. Look what the cat dragged in. Let's talk about this one.
Even worse, this song is really bad. This one was just grating. Like every second that it ticked by, I was just like, and we're 14 songs in at this point. I've already been bored to tears with most of this album. We're getting to the point where it's starting to get on my nerves that, like, you've made a bad album, but you're making a long bad album. Like, why?
I agree, Scott. This song is terrible. Makes me feel happy Jason didn't listen to the other 4 songs because this song
Yeah.
is awful. Who knows? Maybe Jason might be the surprise.
maybe I liked it though.
This is like the best song on the album. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like this one either. All right, next song of the album, "Driving Too Fast." Probably one of the cheesiest names of a song title. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this was another in one ear out the other song. Like, at least that's sad when it's a compliment that I don't remember the song, because the only songs we've had on this album are 3 types. 1, songs that I think are okay. 2, songs that I can't remember, or 3, songs that are just bad.
Next. All right, next song on the album, "Infamy." The last song on the album.
So I was just talking about how Keith Richards sounded like Bob Dylan on the Christmas album earlier on his last song. Is it weird that I actually liked this one? This was the only song on the album that I thought was any decent.
Okay.
I like the guitar playing. It had a cool guitar riff. It had a cool guitar sound. This kind of reminds me of Shattered in a little way. In a way, I mean, it's not nearly as good as Shattered, but of all the songs on the album, this is the one that kind of stuck with me. And we had to listen to 15 songs to get to a song I actually thought was all right. And it's a Keith Richards song too. That should show you how much I like this album. And that's my favorite. Oh, I was just to spoil it. That's my favorite song on this album.
It's an album closer by the Rolling Stones. That's it. I have nothing else to say. But anyway, guys, do you have a top 5 favorite songs on this album? I know I have a top 5 worst songs on this album. Well, go first with Mason.
All right, number 5, I have Rough Justice. Number 4, Let Me Slow Down. Number 3, It Won't Take Long. Number 2, Biggest Mistake. And number 1, She Saw Me Coming.
Number 5, let me pull up the Let Me Down Slow. Number 4, Rain Fall Down. Number 3, Back of My Hand. Number 2, Streets of Love. And number 1, Infamy.
All right, I have the top 5 worst songs on this album. Number 5, Rough Justice. Number 4, Dangerous Beauty. Number 3, Sweet Neon Con. Number 2, Look What the Cat Dragged In. And number 1, the bluesy song, Back of My Hand.
Back of My Hand. All right.
And my favorite song on the album. I'll give you one. I'll give you a
Well,
song.
what about This Place Is Empty? The Keith Richards one you said was the worst.
Yeah, you said that was worse.
See, this album is so bad. I just thinking about the rest of the song just makes it worse. I hate
forgot.
everything on this album besides like a few songs. See, I'm sorry. I can't even be consistent in myself. I don't even know what I hate the most. I think that could be the word. I think like that top 5 worst songs I gave you, Scott, on top of the song I said was the worst. All 6 of those songs could be the worst. I was just kind of like picking it from the hat. But sorry guys if I'm being inconsistent, but that's what a really shitty album does to me. Anyways, what score are we gonna give this album?
What was your favorite song?
Streets of Love.
Oh, okay. Streets of Love. It's not bad. Yeah, I went with a 7 out of 10 overall. I think I said the top 5 songs on my list I really liked on the album. I think the first 3 I thought was such a great start to the album, and then there's like 2 in the middle that were my 2 favorites. The She Saw Me Coming, Biggest Mistake. Well, it's kind of towards the end actually, I guess, but it's kind of, I don't know. It felt like it's kind of in the middle, towards maybe upper middle, but then what brought it down was the Back of My Hand and This Place Is Empty. Yeah, were definitely really bad songs on the album. And then the last 3 songs weren't like the best, so it kind of left me going, eh. It's like the highs, like as we're talking, I'll admit that the highs aren't as high as like Beggar's Banquet or Let It Bleed or Some Girls. Like I think that's where it hurts the album a little bit for me compared to like some of those albums. Just the highs aren't quite as high, though. I do like the songs here, like my top 5, and Streets of Love is pretty good as well. So I don't know, it didn't quite get to that 8. I thought it might get an 8, but as I was listening to it, I was just like, I can't quite give it an 8, like a real positive review. But 7 to me is actually pretty good. I don't if the Rolling Stones album gets a 7, that's actually like a pretty good score. Because most of the Rolling Stones albums gets 5s and 6s on my list. There's like only 2 I think that get like an 8 and above, maybe, or maybe 3 of the whole Rolling Stones catalog for me. So
Okay.
This album, the songs are better than the last one, but then the length really gets to me. And it's because it's bad songs with a long album. I just bought an album that's almost has twice as many songs as this on it, and I would listen to that album twice over before listening to this again, because it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers Stadium Arcadium. I have the record. I'll show you guys off the stream, but it's 28 songs long, and I will gladly listen to that album twice before listening to this once again because it's so much more interesting. Because that's actually a good album that has good consistent songs. This has consistent boring songs. I give the last one a 3. I'm gonna give this a 3.5.
As someone who has recently listened to Speaker Box / The Love Below by Outkast, that's technically kind of like a quadruple album because it's like 2 double albums.
so long, yeah.
I'd gladly listen to that again in one shot because at least you got 2 different solo artists who's doing unique things, especially Andre 3000 doing that really cool kind of like Prince thing he was going. I don't know if he was going for it, but it kind of sounds like what Prince was going for, which is awesome. Not like that, but hey, love that song. But I'm going to give this a crisp 0.5 out of 10. Doesn't even deserve a full point. Not even with the song I liked. This album is awful. If it wasn't for the second half of the album dragging, like I'd say from like song 9 onward, drags this album down worse and worse and worse. Yeah, 0.5 out of 10. I can't give it a 0 out of 10 because, again, I said this before. I only give that to the worst album of all time, which is Life with the Lions by John Lennon. If you can find an album worse than that, that'll get the prestigious 0 out of 10. I can only give it to the album, and that is worthy of the 0 out of 10. So.
That should be a negative 10.
That album should be a -1.
That should be negative something. Like, that's so bad.
I could, but again, I could only give one album a 0 out of 10, and that's the album I gave it to Bob Dylan, Christmas album. But then when I re-listened to the John Lennon album, like, you know what?
Bob Dylan is singing.
At least Bob Dylan's singing, and at least there's
you can laugh at it.
Yeah.
So Preservation Act 2 got like a 0.5 or something. What did that get?
Yeah, that's a 0.5. So
that's a 0.5. Okay.
You got lucky. Like a lot of these artists who I want to give a 0, I'm like, you know what? John Lennon, you deserve the 0 by yourself. You don't deserve to be with anyone else. Except giving this album a 0 out of 10 would be complimenting Life with the Lions. That'll be a compliment that I would say, you know what? This song has a good song. This album
not even comparable.
It's not even comparable. Like the quote, the best part of the album was the 2 minutes of silence.
The terribleness of this album is not even comparable to the terribleness that is Life with the Lions.
One album just has a really boring blues song. The other has Yoko screeching for 20
minutes.
So yeah, John Lennon, I love you to death on the Beatles, but putting this album the same score as that album would be a compliment to you, which I will not be doing. So yeah, rant aside, yeah, this will be a 0.5 out of 10. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys have any final thoughts before we close out?
Okay. So we got the really bad album next, right?
Time to get Blue and Lonesome.
Blue and Lonesome. You don't have
Blues cover album.
That's a 5 out.
You don't have to.
That's a 5 out of 10. I can give you right now.
Yeah, I would say me and Scott will do that on our own.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can give you my. You my review right now. It's terrible. I don't like any song on that album. But Hackney Diamonds
history with blues music.
Yeah, I'm excited for Hackney Diamonds.
Yes, you're more than welcome to join that one. And but then again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time, and so long.